All right, good morning, guys. Welcome to a new pre-market analysis. Today's Monday, the 15th of April. I'm turning 24 in 9 days. Isn't that amazing? That's sick. I'm grateful for everything. So yeah, cool. Cool. But let's dive straight into it. Hopefully without yawning, but who knows? Who knows? I'm always yawning. I'm not even tired. I'm feeling fresh. I slept like 8.5 hours. Gave myself a good rest yesterday. And yeah. If you go to my Instagram, you can see that little analysis where it says weekly forecast GBPUSD, where I point out at this area, and that's what we're gonna look at for today. There's not much to cover, as I already spoke about everything that happened to during everything I want to see. I spoke about that during the forecast. Um, but we can quickly go over it again, uh, just to do it as a little recap. Um, Starting on the weekly, of course, preferably do your analysis top down. That's the best way to do it. So you can get very intricate with it, but you know what's going on the high time frames, and you learn how to read lower time frame price action from higher time frame candles. Okay, so the week before that, we had that slowdown. We can see that liquidity build up at both sides. Then last week we took that liquidity, ended up with a wick to the upside and a strong bearish candle closer to the downside, indicating the direction of the market. Following this bearish structure, following the overall bearish structure, so to say, over here we have a low, a high, a high, low, a high, high, bearish break, return to premium pricing, taking internal range liquidity again that wick, indicating that we might get a turnaround that wasn't followed by a very impulsive move instantly, although we had that closure, but this wick also left, or this candle also left some wick to the downside. Then we had an inside bar followed by some correctional bearish price action, but then we went correctional to the way up, and really until March and half April, we didn't get any strong bear candles. And this one and this one are indicating to us, okay, price is ready to move further down. We're going to the daily. We can't ignore this liquidity, by the way, here. Got some external range liquidity here. I don't know why this is still on there. Let's remove that. Oh, no. I want to see if we get a single reaction, a little reaction from there, because there's a lot of liquidity up here. Sorry. But yeah, as I said, we reached back into that premium pricing here. You can see that liquidity build up. You can see the wicks to the upside, and then price started to trickle down. Um, if we look at the length of it, so this is the distance it took to get down, and we copy and paste that area, we can actually see that in terms of length and price behavior wise, it took even longer to get below here. But this was correctional, this was correctional, but this is impulsive. So I think price is kind of ranging and making up its mind here. And then over here, where we actually had a strong push to the upside, as soon as let me remove that box, as soon as we got above that liquidity, we can see that we had that first indication of slowdown and actually turnaround doji candle, where we have the wick to the upside and it turned bearish. That's probably the most clear candle, besides a full bearish or full bullish candle. And then again, but then the candle wasn't followed by a bearish push. So that indicates, okay, we might not be ready yet. So we've got low, or we've got a low, we've got a high, then a higher low, then a higher high, and then we have the bearish break. Now, this is what I mean with reading price action. We've got a low, we've got that high, a higher low, a higher high, and then the bearish break. So yeah, that's why I was reading. And now we have that impulse. And now if you look at the size of this, Okay, so it's not quite there, but it's only 3, 4 candles, 5 candles max tops. So that indicates that price is ready to move further down for me until it doesn't and it moves up. But that will happen later on. It doesn't matter if it happens later on and it turns bullish, then we either take a loss or we don't take a trade. Depends on what price gives us, and we go from there. And it doesn't matter really. It doesn't matter what price does. We just read it now the way it is, and if it changes, we read it that way. So yeah, EU. We have this bearish range looking for premium pricing. As you know, we've got previous daily highs below. We actually have got previous, or not even previous. We've got Asia highs and Asia lows still being intact. Asia high, and we've got Asia low. Not really the low of Asia, but this 23-hour candle. So yeah. Those are not taken out yet. Previous daily lows are still intact, so there's no reason for me to long from here. If I would ignore, then I would say, okay, we have a 50-minute high, we have a low, a lower high, a lower low bullish break. But then from where do we trade? Because I don't use 5-minute supply zones. I go for 50-minute and 1 hour just to confirm that with myself. Oops. This was some content I'm making for Forex tool. For MileFX. Jesus, for trades by mile. But let me get my plan. Supply and demand. There we go. No, I only use 5 and 15-minute supply zones. This is really a 15 and 1 hour, and this is really a 5 one. But it looks clear though. You see high. Sorry, high, low, lower high, low, low, bullish break. Not a strong break though. But then we open there. I don't trade open pricing, so but we can take a quick look at it. Maybe we do get an entry. Nah, look at that. That's messy. So first of all, we have this gap, then we have a high, low. I don't even know. Doesn't matter. Waste of time. But essentially, there was something that gave the move here. And for now, we're respecting this minor structure, but I'm not bothered about this minor structure because for me, this is a 15. My internet is rugging me. I don't know what it is this morning, but it's still working. My voice is still here, but not the whole time. Load again. Bro, this is so stupid. Sec. Okay. Is it working? Is my voice recording? I hope it's still recording. Yeah. I don't know what my laptop is doing. Let me check. Is it okay? Let's slightly change it up. I guess now it's working better. Okay, let's just use my phone. Yeah, come on. Okay. So now I'm the hotspot of my phone, which is a bit more laggy. It is more laggy. I don't know why it's not recording my voice. I hope it is. Are you still recording my voice? Yes, it is still recording my voice. Okay. Sorry, my internet just broke down. I don't know why or how. Well, as I said, we still have previous daily lows there intact. We still have Asia lows there intact. So for me, and this is what I pointed out in that little forecast on my Instagram, is where I wait the price to trickle down, give me maybe an inducement, do something here, then give me a break. Oops. Then give that bullish break and then give the move. So this is the break here, in case you didn't notice. So something like that. And why I wait for that is because I want liquidity to be taken out. And these are my, this is not really a liquidity point. I would wait for this low, of course, now, but especially the previous daily low. And with that previous daily low, just another title, the previous weekly low, doesn't make it a stronger point. In my opinion, it does, because it is a weekly candle as well. For others, it's just a low, and a low needs to be taken in order to move towards the highs. For me, it is more of a extra confluence, whereas the weekly, so it's a stronger candle that's been taken out. And yeah, where does that weekly candle start? There. Okay. So yeah, that's it for my idea. So I want to wait for those lows to be taken in order to look for longs. I think with that, price also creates cleaner structure we can work with. And for now, it's a bit shit. Then GU. What's GU doing? GUs are moving exactly the same as EU. But the high time frame structures are a bit more messy. We've got the bearish one on the weekly, where we reached very nicely into that premium, took liquidity, super clean range to work with. Clearly see that this was impulsive, although it was weekly price behavior. Of course, it's not looking as clean as daily or even like lower time frame impulses, but you've got to keep in mind that it's like a whole years of price action. There's news events, there's world events coming in, so that causes uncertainty in the market, which is the reason it's not that impulse, that one-sided as lower time frame impulses. But this is clearly a huge, strong bearish impulse. Going to the daily, what I was gonna say is that we still have this bullish structure from this low up to this high, never reached back down into it. But internal to that, we have a bullish dark blue structure which I prefer to follow as well, as it kind of lined up with EU and DXY, and made complete sense to me to do that. But this is the price action we're focused on right now. And if we go to the 4-hour, we can clearly see that we have highs and lows. So from here, we started to move up. Now we have a low, high, higher, low, higher, high. Bearish break, return to premium, bearish break, return to premium, bearish break, bullish break, bearish break. This is a liquidity grab, bearish break, and a new range we're working with. We have internal to that, we have a high, a low, a lower high, lower low, a lower high, lower low. But because of the merge of structures, we use this high down to this low as a new structure. And we look for the extreme premium areas actually to short from. Now, what we can't ignore is that price is very impulsive. That means that it might not get that deep. And therefore, I am willing to ignore that range for now. And, oh, this is for my own account. And keep a look out for this lag, especially with that liquidity to the inside. That's looking very neat, very nice, very clean as well. Yeah. Yeah. And then we have DXY. Is it DXY? Is it so long? There you go. And DXY took some liquidity. I broke bullish, but we already did. And we're working with these ranges. This is where I was predicting to get a potential turnaround for price. So push up, then continue further down to build up more liquidity. And then we get a long move from there. So that will look something like this. We trickle up for a bit, take the highs, react from this kind of support and resistance zone up there, then we trickle down, and then we get the move, and finally get into these highs towards, what would it be? Yeah, August, maybe earlier. I don't know. July. Well, that's what I'm looking at for DXY really. On the lower time frames, what's it looking like? What does it look like? Yeah, it's pretty much the same as EU and GU. I don't really use previous daily highs, previous weekly highs, and lows on DXY. I just use candles and price action. But and as I said, like what I did for EU and GU, where I use the previous weekly as a stronger confidence, on DXY, I just go for the highs and lows. Because I feel like DXY is a combination of pairs, combination of currencies that are against the dollar. So yeah, that's how it goes. But structure-wise, same as on the EU. But like vice versa. So if you do option I, you get switched, and now it's almost like EU. Look at these prices. So if you look at EU, looking up there. Yeah. So that's my pre-market analysis already. Give a breakdown of what I'm looking at, and really that's it. There's not much to cover until something happens. Now, what we should do is look at the news. Producer price index for the Swiss franc. I thought there was some GU news today, but probably tomorrow then. Yeah, there's a lot of news tomorrow. Nice, sick. FOMC member speaking, Fed Chair Powell speaking. This is cat. Interesting cut. Ah, that's why I thought. I was curious why are the different pairs I usually don't trade, but yeah. So yeah, there is some news today. We got retail sales, core retail sales, Empire State Manufacturing Index. What's that? Okay. Yeah. So that's it. I wish you guys good luck in the market. Catch you guys later. If you got any questions, either shoot a comment, DM me, whatever. You can find me at Trades by Mao. And wish you guys good luck. Peace out.